Hello and welcome. Right, Bricklink top 5 series 10 predictions. Who's got what for the top spot? This is all coming down to everybody that is in the live stream comment section this afternoon, this evening now. So we wanted to have a look, see what we think is going to be announced tomorrow for the top 5. And massive congratulations to every single designer for this. We've actually been doing series 10 all the way from the first day until now, the eve of the main event tomorrow, and we will be covering this tomorrow as the top 5 get announced. Now, it's such a tough call with regards to what it could be with regards to just the 5, because there's so many different themes that obviously out and about. You can see all of these are just down here, so I've just picked a few of them, but yeah, it could be anything, couldn't it? So who would like to look at what? Good evening to 321. Oddly, hello to you. DGI, yo. Reese, hello. Callum, hello. Ultrabricks, hello. Sean, hello. So with regards to the poll, what theme are you hoping makes the final 5? Winter, Western Pirate, Castle, other. There's so many to pick from. I didn't even try and do as many as possible. It's just, you let me know, write it in the comment section what it is you want to take a look at, and we will jump in there first. Sean's already jumped in and would like the Woodland Hollow. So is the Woodland Hollow your top pick, Sean? Is this because this is piece-wise? If this is your top pick, it's not going to be the most expensive, so there might be another set more expensive than this. So this kind of size might well be the second to the highest, most expensive. Now, everybody's liked the video so far. Thank you very much indeed. Now, as we have the Bricklink stuff up, let's just to play a game, let's just remind ourselves with regards to what is already coming in Series 9. Now, the series before, the one that's about to be announced tomorrow, and it sounds stupid the reason why I'm saying that, because if you look at the themes, there is a castle theme, but not an actual castle, but there's definitely a Western, and I don't think they're going to do a Western back-to-back. There's no pirate involved, but there hasn't been a big pirate set for a little while, and it is mixing and matching, because the one from Series 8 then didn't have those bits and pieces in. Of course, they've got castle in with that. There is a big pirate theme in that one. So what do we think? Because this is 8, so this is what you're looking at now. 9, no castle. Are we going to get a big castle set in Series 10? Might not get another Western one 2 in a row, but who knows? So that's Series 9. Just familiarize with yourself with potentially what they're thinking, what could link to this. Don't think it's how it works anyway, but it's just food for thought with how that is going on. And this is the Woodland Hollow for Sean, which we'll go through in a second. I'm getting dirty stares from Pumpkin wanting to go upstairs already. I've just woken her up. So off she goes. I'm sure she'll be back in a second. So good evening to all of you. So, right, let's go through. Which ones are we talking about, Callum? There's been a fair few of them. So, yeah, let us know which ones it is that you have seen. So, let's go all the way back up to the top. Oddly, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I've not been able to go live any earlier. I've had something else on my plate, so I've literally not been looking online. So I do apologise. I will catch up with your replay. Woodland Hollow is going to be on this one. Let me catch up with everyone. 321 says Western Pirate, or maybe a Western Pirate. Oh, you're doing a hybrid. So Callum is asking about the latest leaks. So yeah, if we are gonna set a top 5 and we can do a top 5 between the chat, if we're saying that this is in people's top 5, and obviously everybody's got different top 5s, I know, but this is not the most expensive set. So we need an entry level set, we need a really expensive set, and then we need one that's cheaper than this, because this will be the second highest one. So we're going to need one under 1,000 pieces, under 2,000, and under 3,000, and one at 4,000 if you want it to just be different. but it's your own top 5. I don't think between us we would get a full-blown top 5 anyway. So I think you're just going to have to sort of wing it and just let me know what it is you think. There's so many good choices. I will take a recap at a lot of the winter village stuff because I do like the winter village sets, so it'd be quite nice to take a look at. But yes, if there's any of the designers in the chat, then of course let us know what it is you have designed, and then we will go from there. The toilet has to get a golden mention. It does, yes. Well, that the designer for the toilet and all of the other sets you guys and girls really do like. So yes, there's some very good sets that are in and about, and I think this would work in people's fantasy section. I wouldn't know myself. I wouldn't know what to do with this set. Obviously, you guys and girls now know what it is I'm actually doing from a theme park perspective. So do you like the chickens and the horse and carriage? I think that's a pretty cool thing, but I can see this working really well in some of your displays. It would go great with the A-frame cabin and the tree house and all of those different bits and pieces as well, or within a Disney set. It just looks like it's a mashup of a fantasy across the board, kind of ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people, is what I can imagine. So DGI says the Elephant Warrior one seems likely for under 2,000. So yeah, we can take a look see at that and see what's going on. Right, she wants to come back in. Come on. There we go. Come on, then. Where you going? Let me settle. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, so we will just basically figure out of what's going on as I calm her down. Right, so the toilet we'll take a look at. With the Elephant Warrior, we can take a look at. Four Pistols Blacksmith looks epic. So we can have a look at that one as well. Is that the next one on the list? Brickadam says Reese. Brickstam. We can have a look at that one. Yeah, that's the problem. There's so many decent ones, isn't there? That is the thing. There's so many decent sets that can be done. So yeah, we will go through a few. We'll see what we can do. I'm just trying to get another thing up and running in the. Just being a bit of a spanner. Hang on. Series 10. That's it. So I'm going to get, rather than just type them in, I'm going to get 2 or 3 tabs up, and then we can just jump between a few of them. So what was the first one on the list? Brickstad. I can't even say that one. What is it? Brickstadam. No idea. Brickstadam. Let me copy that and hope for the best. So no, that I can't find. Brickstadam. No, I've typed it like 5 times. No. Bricks. No, that is not working. So this is the annoying thing. It doesn't always find them, which doesn't really help when we do live streams like this. 4 Pistol Blacksmith. So if you know what one that's in, then I can just find it differently. 4. So I've just typed in 4, and it's not come up with that either. Good start, isn't it? Of course. There we go. We try and do something nice for Bricklink, and it is just refusing to find anything. Right. Love it when a search engine doesn't work. I really enjoy wasting my time doing that. Pumpkin, what are you doing? Oh, for God's sake. It's just turned into one of those days today. What are you doing? Oh, dear. Ginger Fluffy Cat is on one today. On one. Right. Western is what we're after. Medieval Castle, Boat Train, Art Fantasy, Is it History and Period they put? What it is? History and Period they put that in, so it's not actually got its own tab. So the 4 weapons is what somebody is after. Where is that? Not there. So is it 4 weapon black? What's it under, oddly? We've got Search Night Lord. We can do that. Night Lord of the Bills. Not a problem. We can hunt that down. Any of my designs. Absolutely. Lucas, hello to you. How are we? I'm literally just going to have to type different bits in and just hope for the best. That's all we can do because it hates finding things. I think it's case sensitive as well, isn't it? So we've had this problem before where it just does not want to find certain stuff. So we will figure it out. That's all we can do. Lucas, we can have a look at your stuff. Night Lord builds, we can have a look at your stuff as well. That's absolutely fine. And then obviously, if anybody has got their top 5 stuff, we can have a look see at those, and I'll just keep hunting what we can. So, right, the winter adventure was mentioned, and this is in your winter list stuff. Then obviously this would be a great one for you. Piece count. Where would that take you into the 5? That wouldn't be an entry level. It'd be the one just above, I would think, with the brick count. So nobody so far has picked like a massive set yet. Let's have a look. LUCAS. All right, I'm trying to find by search of the designers, and guess what it's not doing? None of them. Night Lord. Right, we'll have a look. I'll get that one set up, then we'll look through that photo. Because I don't think people's handles are their handle on Bricklink either, so that doesn't help. Nope, it's literally not coming up with Night Lord either. So the whole search has decided it's just not wanting to work, which is great. It's exactly what I wanted at 9:30 on a Thursday night. How can you? I'm just typing in caps. No caps. No. See, it is not wanting to go. Is it because it's on history and period? Yes, it is. Ugh. Right, Night Lord. Now this is one of them that we were speaking about massively for the House of Fright. So, Lucas, I'll find yours after. My fault. It's just had one of those afternoons / evenings. I think it started with me breaking the Veneto cheese, and it's just gone downhill from there, to be honest. So, we will just try and get through this live stream without the laptop exploding, and I think we should be good. So it's good. It's nice to see the designers in the chat, which is always good. And obviously, if I keep catching up the chat as we go through, if there's any other designers here that want to take a look at anything, then of course let us know. Good luck to everyone. I say it's good luck. You've already done the work now, so congratulations in advance to anybody that might have got through, might be doing things or anything like that. But yeah, fingers crossed, it'll be good. But no, we do. There's a few of us do like this one for the House of Frights. There are some nice sets. There are some nice sets included. So Lucas wants to know what's your top predictions for top 5. I'm going to stay neutral on this, Lucas, because it's for me. It's a bit difficult for me because I do theme park based stuff. So what I would want wouldn't necessarily be what other people would want. I got a funny feeling there's a potential for the biggest set to be some form of castle again, but I don't think it'd be a castle. I think it might be a jousting or a training ground. I think. Just because I think the Lego Group's going to do their own big castle this year, I don't think they'll give themselves competition. And because there's a castle coming, I think it'll be a big medieval theme, but I don't think it'll be I don't think it's going to be a castle, but time will tell. Obviously, time will tell with that. I would personally like winter. I'd like a winter village set because I've got the winter chalet and I've got the art of chocolate. I would like to have a winter set, but I mean, they haven't done one of those for such a long period of time. I don't know what they're sort of going to end up doing and moving on to. So it'd be, for me, it would be nice to have a nice winter set. And I think so there'd be some other people that would like the winter sets as well. Yeah, Reese is saying about the training grounds. The problem is well, it's not a problem. There is huge amount of competition for the 4,000 piece range. Like unbelievable builds up at the top, and then there's then so many different types of builds all within the middle. It's going to be so difficult for anybody set to get through, and the series 10 seem to be really very strong, really very strong. So yeah, it's just amazing that because has anybody got any of their stuff in for series 11, because the countdown's on for series 11, isn't it? So has anybody done series 11 yet? um Training grounds. Yeah, see, that's the one that's that. Yeah, I think there's a few of us on the same wavelength with that. So Lucas Lego Guy said the same thing. Reese said it. I think only because the training grounds is so different. It's something I don't think the Lego Group would do. So they're like, oh well, if they're going to release their own castle this year and they're going to do something slightly different. Oh, so we've got a couple of people designing stuff for Series 11 already. We won't ask what it is, but when it goes live, jump back in, because we're going to do the same thing for Series 11 like we've done for Series 10. We've gone all the way through for Series 10. So the day it got announced, we covered everything, and every night we covered each individual topic. Then we do it the eve before, and then we'd be doing it tomorrow with the final 5 as well. So yeah, but yeah, series 10, there's a few that seems to have stood out for people, but just because they were so different, I think. Which you can't go, which is always a nice thing. So I think there's a few people that think the training grounds would work. The firehouse is another great one as well. Yes, that is a solid shout. A lot of people were saying about the firehouse, weren't they? Yeah, so this one has potential. This is a beautiful build as well. Well, I say beautiful build. It looks like a beautiful build. It just depends if it's eye catching enough for other people. I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's like everybody's got their own taste with stuff, or everybody is using Bricklink to try and add new stuff into their collection at the same time. So it's been used for multiple reasons. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What can it be? Lucas, what is your handle on the Bricklink? What are you? Are you the same handle as this, or are you something else? I'm trying to pause, but I can't see him. So this is the firehouse. Remember, I've got 2 tabs open, so I'm trying to find other bits. So yeah, this does look really good. Myth of Atlantis. What, for yourself, or? No, that's going to be. Was it from the film, Ryan? I thought there'd be something coming, but I didn't know when Mattel would drop the He-Man stuff. So we looked last week, didn't we? But there hadn't been anything. Roaming, how are we? Middle of so Roaming's woken up, looked at his phone, and gone. He's still streaming. I'm gonna go back to bed. Fair enough, Roaming. Thank you very much for the like. You get yourself some sleep. But yeah, I mean, this one's packed to detail, isn't it? You've got all the bits and pieces up on there. I think this would fit into quite a lot of people's cities. And because they haven't done a firehouse for so long, this has the potential to do quite well. Has the potential, doesn't it? Let me have a look. Haunted Ceremony, yes, indeed. DJI, hello. Hang on. What are you asking? Where are you? Yeah, there's some good Western ones. There is some good Western ones, but what you got to bear in mind is that I don't think. Well, I might be wrong, but because they're now probably more than likely going to be spacing stuff out. because there's a Western set coming soon. So there's a Western set in Series 9. There. It's the blacksmith. So I don't think they would do and this is the problem, nobody knows, do they? Because people will be designing Series 11 and we'll get the Series 10 finalists straight away. It would be very unlikely, I would imagine, that we would get a Wild West in Series 10, but then it could return in Series 11. Because I know we got quite a few train stations and train bits in a row, but I'm sure it was almost every other series. So, but that's the thing with the Sleepy Dragon Inn. Have they put, to keep the medieval people happy, have they done a medieval fantasy pub? Because there's a castle before, and then they're then going to do something again more medieval after. Because they know that the medieval stuff sells. They're not stupid. So, but the training ground, I think, is a very, very strong, very, very strong thing. And it's just interesting because I would imagine that nobody would have the same top 5. It's so Lucas says the Firehouse is great. Right, what's Sean said? Where are we? I am doing my best to keep up with everybody, so I am doing my best. Right, so throw them in if you're a designer, throw them in what you want to take a look at. If there's anything that's in it, because if everybody starts getting stumped, I will just go through the themes so you can just see all of them without clicking on them. Just go through them slowly so you can see. So we'll pick out a few of them now, and then we'll take a look. We'll take a look at them. So we'll just sort of do a 45-minute to an hour recap, and then just see what's going on. So what is the Sunrise Tacos? That's definitely, I know who that one belongs to. I think Sunrise. We all like this one. So are you brick and mortar then, Lucas? I'm assuming this is you. So when I've been typing in your handle and not been able to find you, it's because you're not called Lucas the Lego guy on Bricklink. That's probably also another thing. So this is we all like this one, and there's a couple this size as well, isn't there? There's a couple of them that are in this sort of size, which this scale of thing does sell quite well. A lot of people do like these bits. What have we got? What's no, that's very true. Hang on, what's oddly getting confused with? So Ryan says Pumpkin's the host name. Yep. And that's Matt. That's it. So there's that's just there, look. This big fluffy thing. Yeah. Right, so we've got loads to quickly throw at me. So just keep throwing them at me and I'll just keep typing them in. Because there's lots at this scale that do look really very, very, very nice. We'll look at some of the bigger castle stuff right at the end, because I think a lot of people want to have a look at. You could include a Lego username. Could you should just call yourself Lucas the Guy. Lucas the Guy. Right, let's find another one. So that'd be the reason why I couldn't find your stuff, Lucas, because I was typing it in on the secondary thing going, I can't find Lucas's stuff. It's because Lucas isn't Lucas. Lucas is brick and mortar. So this will now be your bits. I hate it when it does that. Hate it. So you click on the name and it has nothing because it's not part of the same thing. Weird. Bricklink's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's not like I've used it enough. Reese has completed the A-frame. Congratulations, Reese. Where are... Oh, dear. Well, it's all right. Can you check out the elephant? I can. Anybody know what it's called, though? Or is it just called an elephant? I can get the elephant leveled up. I don't know what that's actually going to be called. That is the only thing. I'm sure we might be able to find something. Right, so you've got the big elephant surprise, and then for some reason you've got all of the others that are coming up with that. So why are they? Right, it's just for one, is it? I thought there was two. So this is the one that's coming up. So we'll have a look at this one. I think that there is another one on here. We know there is another one on. Lucas, just do what the greats do and switch Lego for bricks. Yeah, that's it. So are you wanting this one then, DJI? There's loads of them on here, isn't there? We've looked at so many of them. I think because there's the Dustmark Keep. Now the Dustmark Keep is the next castle that's actually available to buy. So it's a clever way of doing it. Because if you wanted to tell a story, because it's the same purple faction, I'm assuming that the faction's going to stay, because if this design's gone in as purple, because people are saying that they think the faction from the Dustmark Keep's going to change, but I don't know. Yeah, there's some very, very nice bits on there. So Ultra, I saw yours, but where is it? Crimson Eye. It's a very good set. That. Yeah, very good set. Oh, we've got Crimson Isle and the Crimson Crown. So we've got two very good ones to look at next door to each other. So we can have a look at both of those for everybody. So these are one of these is Ultras. So I think this is the one that Ultra wanted to have a look at. But I know the one beside it was somebody's, well, very excited. So this is the one that Ultra wanted to take a look at. Oh, Reese is asking, is anybody's interested in anything from Series 8? We can have a look at that after, Reese. We can have a look. Ultra Bricks says, this will win. So Ultra Bricks is locking it in for Series 10, because this is the big one, that this is going to be everything else at the 4K mark. Well, there might be two big ones. Sometimes they do two very big ones, but there is lots of big sets. Do you think it's got it in the bag then, Ultra? Surely there's other contenders out this, isn't there? Ultra Bricks put it all on the line. He's not even doing a top 5 prediction. He's like, this is going to win. This is Ultra Bricks' winner. Fair enough. This is the expensive price point. Ultra Bricks is committed to the cause early as well. He said it early. This will win. This plus I'm not too sure on the Western one. I think the Western one they'll wait. I think the Western might wait a series and then come back. Because I know you want the Western one to win because it's the same Western designer. But if they do 2 in a row, I'll be impressed if they did 2 in a row. They might, but I just think it's a bit harder for them to get through. But then, of course, well, a channel favorite designer, because this is the designer for the toilet with the special plunger and the brown chocolate pebble. So this is Peppy Frost. We have, that's the second time I've seen the Haunted Cemetery. We can have a look-see at that next. I am catch them as quickly as I can as they come in. So if I miss it, just write it again. Just write it again. As long as I'm not carrying a UCS Venator at the time, I can use my hands. You're with me in the last live stream, you'll understand what that's all about. Where is it? That one, and that one. What are we after? Oh, yes. Yeah, very true. The Haunted Cemetery. Yeah, that's a really nice looking set, that. It's amazing, though, because what everybody's saying and asking are all completely different types of ones, which is really good because we've had so many different ones in. Lucas, I know you've got a couple of them in, Lucas, in this, haven't you? So just let us know what the other ones are. Because weirdly, if you click the designer's name, which is annoying, because say, for example, we'll use this designer. If you click the designer's name, it would have been handy if they linked it to all of the designer sets, but they don't. It just goes to it's quiet in here. So this is just stuff from different things that they put on Bricklink. It's not part of the actual challenge, so it doesn't link the Bricklink thing to the challenge. So slightly annoying. Right, so the cemetery is one. Again, this has tons of detail, and a lot of this caught quite a few people's eye actually, because this is 2-2. So this is at a piece and price count that nobody yet has jumped in at. So I think so far, I think the last few that have come in is, well, it wasn't so much a tipless cheese, Reese. It was more of a squished tip, like the mushroom tip had been pushed, but now I plopped it back out again and it's been fixed, so it's all right. Yeah, I think Western might. Well, they might surprise everybody and do 2 in a row, but I don't know. They don't really tend to, because if you think of how the train was and all the other stations have been, there's always been at least one gap. But then you got Series 11 on the way, so you've got a good opportunity in Series 11. Yeah, this does look very nice, and because I mean, I think to be fair, it doesn't make a difference because obviously they've done it as a castle type scenario, but they could just make this generic. They could potentially just take these off, and they could just make it whatever they want because they've got vampire bit on the inside, but they've made it like a medieval thing. But I could easily put this with the haunted house that I've got, the big drop tower haunted house. So I think a lot of people would have a lot of use for something like this. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Well, I'm just going by previous ones. Ultra. I'm not trying to bring out your dark side and your heavy breathing or anything. And a squish tip, apparently, Reese says, it sounds painful. Squished mushroom tip. Absolutely plastered it against that wood. Shocking. I could not believe I devoured that. But we got there in the end. So it's on the table. It's looking a little bit, it's not looking sorry for itself. It's still 100% complete, which is great. Yeah, there's a lot of different diners, isn't there? There's a lot of space diners. There's a lot of all of that sort of other things. What have we got? Medieval. Right, so what I'll do now, we won't click on them, but just shout if there's any of these that you want to take a look at, because I know a lot of you like the medieval stuff, and then we'll jump back into the other bits and pieces so we can have a look see and see what it's all about. Yeah, so we'll take a look see and going round, so we will see what it's all about. Yeah, so because the castle stuff, there might be, I think there's going to be a castle big set, but I don't think it's going to be an actual castle. I think it'll be a castle theme. So it's either going to be, I don't think it'd be a village. I think it might be the jousting or the training grounds. There's your other elephant, but it's called Siege Beast. So it wasn't coming up as under an elephant because it wasn't called an elephant. And then you've got a hot dog, the hot dog castle. We've got a vault. We've got a baggage train, Soul Keeper, Snowstorm Inn. Because a lot of people said that the Snowstorm Inn could potentially work with the Series 1 Bricklink Designer Program Castle. Also, we're going to know all of this tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a big day for the designers, and it's going to be a very busy live stream, I would imagine. But there's so many big castles in here. So many big castles. We'll go back to that. So this is the brick project. It seems to be the one that's popping up on a lot of people's radar. And it's 3.6. So this would be there or thereabouts maximum piece count. But this, I can see them, just because it's so different, I wonder if this would jump through. Because there was a lot of you guys and girls that have mentioned this in the chat already with regards to this. It does look very nice. And because there's no real actual faction, and it's just more of a training ground, it could potentially do very, very well. But there's not going to be two medievals in the big one. You're only going to get one of one theme in the big thing. They're not going to pick two. So Ultra Bricks, you've got to make your decision. Do you prefer this one or do you prefer the other one that you were saying before? Because it's the same theme. You know how it works. You know it's not going to be that. And then we'll just quickly scroll through the rest of these. And I want to have a look at some of the winter ones. So I think the winter ones are very, very strong. But yeah, they've got all the bits and pieces that they want in there. But again, because it's different and other people haven't, would have people have not voted for it. Everyone might have said, oh yeah, it's great, and just not actually voted for it. But it's going to be at the higher end and it's going to be at the same price. So do we think right now, out of all of the castle stuff that you've seen, does this have an opportunity of getting through? Because there's only going to be one or two bigger sets for the whole of Series 10, but they're not going to be two medieval sets. Oh, Jay, Meta, yeah. A lot of people have been saying about the Mattel Creations He-Man Castle. So yeah, a fair few people have been saying about that today. I haven't yet seen it myself. I need to jump over and have a look, but it's catching a lot of people's attention. So they're obviously doing something right about it. I don't know if they're just jumping it in with the promo or not. But if people are thinking that the training ground is a potential to be a top player, then I'll go by size. Yeah, there's just so many, isn't there? So many different ones. Like Siege Beast for you, DJI. There you go. So yeah, I don't know which is the better elephant, to be fair. They're both the same faction. They both pick the same sort of faction, so I'm assuming they're going to be. It's the Duff Smart Keep purple versus this sort of red. I'm assuming is the newer kind of faction that they're doing. But there's a lot of medieval tournament stuff as well, isn't there? That's the thing. There's a lot of there's a lot of jousting sets and a lot of other bits and pieces like that. So I just wonder what it is that they can do. You've got the Snowtrust stable. Again, that's another snowy one that could potentially be done. You've got different farms if people want farms. If for some reason it's changed again. Oh, no, sorry, it's on size. But there's 5 pages, 6 pages, sorry. So you've got the shields, medieval tournament. There's only going to be one, realistically, from all 5 pages. There's only going to be one. And yet, there's all sorts of different different other little bits and pieces that we've got to be taking a look at. So Trojan Horse Siege Shop. Yeah, it's just so many, especially in this theme, because they've even done a backstage one, haven't they? Which that caught our eye when we were looking at before. So because that's the one that caught my eye from the big medieval tournament, just because I thought, well, it's actually how it is at the Legoland parks. So there's potential for that. But there's so many of these. So many of these. There's your training ground. So I mean, if you think like the training ground is almost at the maximum piece count, so just for the castles alone, there's 2 pages more of maximum bricks. And this is the scary thing. It's like you got the flower fields, you've got Northern City gates, you've got the Dark Lord, a big festival game. Look, that's the biggest one, isn't it? From MD Build. You've got the Castle Gate. And the fact that all of these designers are already getting stuff in for Series 11. And yeah, it's a credit to all of them. Credit to all of them. But yeah, so many big ones. But we will get the final 5 tomorrow. It's either going to go one way or the other. People are going to be ecstatic, or they're going to be absolutely fuming that something, because don't forget that the set that got put through for the medieval castle last time, obviously being the big pub, people weren't happy about because it went up against all of these castles. But you know full well why it got picked, because there's a castle before it. So they had to put a breaker in. So you're not going to get a castle in every single theme. But yeah, these are all max brick counts, aren't they? So yeah, there's some very, very strong ones. And obviously that's Cemetery, which I do think does look smart. Let me just close a couple of tabs down. What have I got open? Got open. That can go. Right. So we are after winter. So Sean, what's the ones you wanted? The Driftwood Keep. Driftwood, why does that ring a bell? That's the one that's already through, isn't it? Driftwood Keep. Or Dustmark Keep's the one that's already through, isn't it? Driftwood. Right, okay. Which is the one that got your vote then? Oh, this big one. Yeah. But you can only pick one Ultra. This is your 3rd one for a medieval. I don't think this will get through if this is going to be Lego's next faction. What have we got? Hang on. Have I seen 28 years? No, I've seen the 28 days and 28 weeks, but I haven't watched. I don't think I. To be fair, I don't think I actually ever watched them. So, um, yeah, 28 days was okay. 28 weeks wasn't. It was all right, but I personally met one of the actors when it first came out. I actually had to do something for them, and they turned out to be such a dick. I was like, you know what? If you, just you as a human beings put me off the film. So I was like, I don't want to know anything else about that franchise. They killed the character off, I think, so it didn't really matter. But even still, it's like just brings back terrifying memories of one of my first ever jobs. It's like, bleh. No, thank you. So, Ultra, you picked three massive things. So, which one are you going to pick? You got to pick one of them. Right, Sean, what are you after? No, I won't name. They weren't. They. I don't. To be fair, I don't think they came. I don't think they came through it. To be fair, I got introduced to the person and their family, and I was like, no. That was. It was like 20 odd, literally 20 years ago, wasn't it? It would have been. Like a long time ago. That was. Team Crimson is Ultra, so Ultra's in it. That's it. He's now. So have you changed? Oh no, you're still on that one then. So you like the look of this one, but you're not going to go. You're not going to go in for it. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I think it was just the whole scenario around it. Because I remember I got asked to come in from my firm, my boss on a weekend. So we don't open up at weekend to help a certain person. And I spent all day trying to sort out something for them, film related, to literally just be like, sort it all out for them, and they just left. Nothing. There's like no gratitude, no thanks, no this, no that. I was like, okay. And then my boss at the time was like, oh, I thought they would pay you. I'm like, what? I was like, you pimped me out. It's like, no, what's all that about? It's a Saturday. I'm never going to get back in my life. Ah, well, who says it was a bloke? It might have been a female. Christmas holiday home. Yes. Let's have a look at the Christmas holiday home. Okay. Oh, what a set this is. This does look very, very good. It does look very good. And it's again the size. See, it's not the most expensive either. 2006. So I'm trying to think what the Art of Chocolate would have been. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who any of these names are. So you can keep listing them off. I ain't got a clue who you're talking about. I can just visually remember it burnt into my me just having to do what I did. It's like, no, never again. And as it was so long ago. So again, I don't know who I'm just looking at Oddly, like Oddly, you could start making names up. Like you could just start naming some of your friends. I wouldn't have a clue. Would not have a clue. I think it's a teddy bear for Sean that he likes on this one. Did he touch you inappropriately? No, no, they did not. There's more than one of them, so no. Nice snowman. There it is. No, I would have enjoyed that too much. I'd have been bragging about it ultra. If anything like that happened, I'd be like, "Ooh, this is nice." Should we have a look at the smaller seasonal? That'd be quite nice to have a look at, wouldn't it? Because that's the difficult one with the sort of what entry price point they come in at. Size filter off the medieval castle. You don't want that on. What is it? That's the one. Yeah, so some of these caught your eye as well, didn't they? So something like this. This is probably what, like the same size as the camping adventure, would we say? How big is, how many pieces is the camping adventure, Sean and Reese? Oh, funny. Funny. Because this would be at that price point, wouldn't it? This would be what, 34, a 34, 35 pound price point? Which is a fair few. I said this every time. I do like the fact they put the little ski tracks in. I think that's quite a nice way of them doing that. Because they haven't done a small winter set. Which they've done two. They've done the camping because they've done both sides of it. So they've done the camping stuff. Because I don't know if they've done like the. Because is there a big? There's not a big camping set, is there? They can't like flip it around on people because obviously they've done the A-frame cabin. They've done the A-frame cabin. They've done the one that goes with the A-frame cabin and the one recently, but they haven't done the smaller the winter scale stuff. So this is another one. I'm only just clicking on the ones that I know what I would work with my winter village. So this would be a nice little set as well. 670, so it'd be slightly more expensive. But that we have got quite a few ice skating rinks. So the off-road adventure was 978. 670. So this is just underneath it then. You would lose some of these obviously with the ice. Because I wonder. I wonder. Because the lifeguard towers, every time I look at it, I don't understand why they've never done. They've got a huge beach display at the Lego house, and they've never done anything that you could recreate your own, apart from some 3-in-1 sets. What are you after? Which one is it? Is that spelt correctly? Let's have a look for you, DJI. Let's have a look. If that's not spelt right, it's not going to find it. So that is correct, yeah. I don't recognize the name. Why don't I recognize the name on that? Oh, this one. Oh, yeah, you like this one. We were saying that this is Apocalypseburg all over, wasn't it? Very weird eyeballs with the lasers sticking out. There's a lot going on with this, which is a bit freaky, to be fair. Audley says, I think I'm going to make a Canadian mock next year. Of what, though? Of Canada? Yeah, this would fit in. This very sort of wild, this one. The only thing is with this is that I don't know if people could make it work with their own stuff, but then at the same time, it's completely different. So people might like that. Yeah, it's a nice, that is a nice set, that one. That is a nice set. Got fishing. So fishing with friends then it's got, yeah, there we go. It's the fishing with friends, which is the same, there or thereabouts, the same size as your camping adventure. And this is the Easter egg that we spotted, and we had the designer in the chat as well, which was nice because we spotted these two on there, and we know what those two are. So that we nailed that on the head. We got 10 out of 10 from the designer for paying attention. It's like, yes. Yeah, this one here again because don't forget they show the nature one that's going up against as well, isn't it? Because this one stands out to me quite a bit. I know it stands out to quite a few other people as well. And you've got all this detail on the back. And again, they haven't done. This does seem to be the sort of the smaller size that they are going for. But where are you? There you go. But yeah, well, just have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see. Reese says that, yeah, that's true. You got the Sunset, you got the Vice City Hotel, isn't it? Yeah, we'll go back. See, this is it. This is what I'm trying to get into. The reason why I'm just sticking with this at the moment is because there's a lot of these that you guys like, and they're all around that sort of price, like the part. They're all going against each other. So these are still the smaller ones. I know a lot of you now with what you're collecting would like this. I can indeed. I can watch me go. Hang on. Watch me get that up for you. I'm currently looking at it oddly, but would you like me to share it on the screen, or would you just like me to describe what it is that you've got? So Oddly's now teasing everybody because the one that I've got on the screen I know everybody loves, but oddly for some reason back in time to the popcorn, which again is $5.94. So this was the smaller price point and piece count. So I don't It sold well, but I don't know if it sold out. So I don't know how easy that is to pick up this one. But the Autumn River Bend, I think probably Reese, Sean, and a lot of others would be all over that. Especially, to be fair, I think that would be a really nice extension to the house as well. And if you just change the tree house to the autumn leaf, you could, if you wanted to, possibly get away with this as a winter. But you would have to just add a little bit of snow onto the top and then maybe a little bit of ice. So it's just adding more cost, isn't it? Reese likes the popcorn wagon. Oh, Reese has got the Bricklink fever now. It's a bug. You guys and girls all got the bugs. Because you've got the lakeside camping as well. So that's another one that you lot, with regards to like the other stuff that you lot are collecting, just not sure on the base on this one. Because it's more of a display standalone rather than it's the base that puts me off. Just that chunky bit around the bottom, I'd have preferred it to be on like a normal plate. Sean is skiing, apparently. What are you skiing for, Sean? What are you doing? Well, there's your winter adventure. I do like that one. I know a lot of you like this one as well, the cabin retreat. So if you've got an A-frame cabin or you've got anything, I think all of you wanted this one, don't you? if this got through. Oh, slippery slope for Reese. Got him by the dingleberries. Oh, Reese. That's it. You're in trouble. All right. With regards to the poll, we are tight. 24 for Winter, 35 for Western Pirate. Castle's actually losing at 18% and 24% for other, which is nice. So, right by the meat and two veg for that. But yeah, this really could be any season. If they literally just put this as snow and white base plates, you would have just said this is a perfect winter retreat cabin, but it's obviously not. It's just a cabin. The kind of thing that you could buy multiple of, but it's going to be expensive to buy two of them. I do like the marshmallows. I do like the bags. I do like the little bits and the everything. There's lots of nice little bits to this. So yeah, I don't know. What was the one? You have to try again, Maurice. I had them up for the Dingle Bell comment, and I forgot to hit enter. So I wasn't paying attention to what you were doing. So you carry on designing your artwork for everybody to see. You can oddly just send it over, and I can show it off to the world if you want. I say the world, the people that are joining us this evening. We can have a look. We can have a look at that. Anything else from Series 10 that we haven't yet looked at? Right by the dingleberries. Right. Oh, the GTA. What's the GTA one called? And the pizza place. That's what it was. I need to just We'll have a look at the pizza. We'll have a look at the hotel. Yeah, it was that hotel was literally, I'm sure it was Vice City, wasn't it? So there's a couple of different pizza because Lucas, who was being, he just, I didn't want to say anything. I knew Lucas had done more than a one because this is his. So brick and mortar. But if you click on the name, it doesn't take you to the rest of them. So it's a bit of a shame. So there's a couple of pizza ones. Oh, the rolling dough. That's the one that Reese likes. So there you go. Your people are talking about your set as well. Yeah, this is a nice, because if people want, say for example, if this one got through, do you guys and girls have a plan of where this will go straight away? Because yeah, it's all the different piping and all the different bits and pieces on the back of this. It looks smart, and you've got some nice bits and pieces on the front and wrapped around. So yeah, it does look nice. And then there's so many tabs open. I'm trying to be clever in the background. It's just not working. I don't actually know what that one's called. I don't know what the toilet's called. I'm trying to find it in the background. I can't. Oh, hang on. That might help. Got it. Here it is. Here we go. Let's be honest. You all want this. Journey to the Dark Castle first, followed by the Sunset Hotel. Okay. Right. I'll enjoy this toilet for a second as I'm trying to. What I've got to do, I've got to keep going back to find the search engine. So I keep using the wrong. There it is. I keep using the wrong search engine. That's the problem. Right. We are after. Journey to the Dark. There we go. You can just type in dark. You've got the Dark Village and the Journey to the Dark Castle. So you've got a choice of both, or have them both. But yes, this is it. And there is some actual. I've actually got something quite important to show some of you guys and girls. So, right, this isn't the important bit. This is what I've been going on about. So this is the new Bricklink, the He-Man set for Castle Grayskull from the movie. That is as much attention that's going to get in this stream because we'll cover that later. It's this. There is a new competition running from Lego Ideas. We will get back to Bricklink, but it is an outdoor adventure. So you guys and girls that love your outdoor sets, there is a competition online now for a giveaway purchase of a outdoor adventure. So if anybody has got any of the skills to make outdoor adventure, read this and go for this. we'll be covering this possibly tomorrow in greater detail as well, because it's all kicking off. So, yeah, just so in case people are wondering, we are now officially going to be getting a new giveaway purchase, and it is something to do with outdoor adventures, which I know a lot of you like because you are collecting all the Bricklink stuff. So there you go. Right, back. We'll cover Castle Grayskull again later, and that was what I'm trying to keep this as a Bricklink thing. So you've got the Journey to the Dark Castle for Sean. I wonder why Sean wants to take a look at this. I wonder what possibly this might go with, Sean. I wonder. I wonder if this is going to go with one of the nicest sets. So, Sean, because you have built, I'm going to put Sean on the spot now. I'm going to call him out in the live stream. You've built 3 incredible Bricklink Designer Program sets in a row. What order would you put those 3 sets in? What 3 would you put it in? So Sean has done the Winter Chalet, the Art of Chocolate, and the Transylvania back to back. And I haven't yet asked the question. No pressure. In what order do you have these sets in from a build to a display perspective? Because surely that's going to be a difficult one to do. And this is the Dark Village, which have also will go with the Transylvania. No pressure, but you got to give us a 3. Come on now, come on. Can I do that? You have literally built 3 of the best sets you could possibly build, back to back to back. That's like me asking to pick a favorite child. I'm sure everybody's got their own favorite child. Let's be honest. You just don't tell the others. That's all it is. You just don't tell the others, do you? It's not nudes, is it, Oddly? We don't want that. You sent me the photo. I have just checked my email, and no, you haven't. So have you done a Killian and sent it to somebody else? It's not in my inbox. Well, I'm not minding it, Oddly. I just don't have it. So I can't. I'm not even winding you up either. You can ask Killian this, because I don't know what Killian did wrong. Do you notice he never actually said? He must have missed something, and I'm sure somebody somewhere is getting all of my emails that just spelt slightly wrong. Oh, the Transylvania's top spot. Nicely done. It does look incredible. And to be fair, it makes sense because it's the most modern set. Because the Winter Chalet is years old. Years old. Yeah, it's still the same email on the channel. Yeah, the detached brick. That's what it is. But have you made a spelling mistake, done something wrong? Because Killian said no, done it, and then was like, oh, actually, no, I think I've done it wrong. So now look at the true action. What's the next? Yeah, just need to make sure you can copy and it's literally on the homepage. You can just click on the email and it comes up in your own email thing. You don't even have to type it in. It's not even. Yes, it is. That is. It's a detached brick one. Yeah. You don't even have to attempt to spell it. I can't spell it. That's why I changed the channel name. It's like, oh God. I did like that name though. The detached brick was amazing, but it keep coming up with semi-detached houses in the search engine. I am checking. I have got nothing. Zero. Zilch. I have got trash and spam. Nothing and nothing. Nothing and nothing. So, nope. Nothing as of yet, oddly. What's the one you wanted, Reese? Which is the one that you wanted? The GTA one. Where is it? So is it the Sunset Hotel? Sunset Hotel. Sunsets. It just screams GTA / Paradisa, doesn't it? This actually, scary enough, not like scary, not it should be, actually does have an outside chance. Which I said this before. If you've got the original Paradisa stuff, this would go hand in hand in it. Because I'm assuming people don't really know what I'm going on about with the Paradisa. I would imagine. Because it's just me that's been around it since the 90s and everybody thinks I'm an absolute moron. So is it called? Paradise, Paradisa? I can't remember what it's actually called. I think it's Paradise. Paradisa. Paradis. A, not E. Paradise, not Paradise. There it is. Old school Lego systems. Good grief. So if you're after Speedos and bikinis, this is the one for you. So, yes, I'm saying that right. It was a full-blown holiday resort is what they did. Have they even got it on Bricklink? Do we need a trip down memory lane for this? So you've got the Paradisa figures. Here they are all up. Look at it. You got the CAF 1992. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane from 1992. Wow. Yeah, it could be a full-blown UCS version of this stuff. You've got there's a little barbecue thing there. Look, doing a pizza. Lego Systems from 97. You got a lifeguard again from 96. All pink, all sort of this sort of bikini, speedo-y, odd type, just things that they were wearing all the time. But there was anyway a larger set. They even did a party pack. Look, oh, that's the CAF. Already clicked on that. Where is Barbecue Life Speedboat? Paradisa. German? 1992 German? Oh, it's the German booklet. Yeah, so that's it there. Look, whatever that is. That's the big set. You see it's on the big base? So you've got the big base with the car, with the letterbox, and you've got all those bits and pieces. There's quite a few of them that are like that. But I think what we're looking at on the screen now is just the same color scheme, and it's full blown. Resent. They have been resent. Yeah, you got it that time. So what did you do? What did you do wrong the first time then, Oddly? Come on. I've got it now. So you've done something wrong. You've done something wrong. Right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of. Nicely done, Oddly. Nicely done. Right, Oddly's artwork. Here we go. So this is Oddly getting the ninjas outside on this one. I'm going to take you to do Oddly. See, they're difficult to find. If you can find the right holes and things, they can stand up and balance. Do you just balance them, or do you try and stick them? Because all the ones I did on my Instagram page, I literally did it by balance, and every time I went to take a photo, if the wind blew too hard, they'll fall off. So good effort on that one. Good effort on. Would people want this? That's the question. Because they have got the same torso up at the top. I think I would actually get this because it reminds me of the Lego system stuff from the early 90s. I have no idea what I'd do with it. I don't know if I would just try and fit it in with the modulars because it looks like it's about that height. But it's got just the one sort of, see the same top, whatever, full blown. It is that theme. It's just the full blown hotel version. I mean, that's just a gangster car all over, isn't it, as well? Nice little ice cream. See, another toilet in there, mirror. There's a dodgy deal going on with a bright silver suitcase. What do we think that? What? Wrong answers only. But what is in this case? What do we think is going down in that? There's definitely stories to be told for sure. But you've got all the bits and pieces going across the bottom. Honestly, this could be a potential. This could be a potential, just because it links into a theme. It's at 2,500 pieces, so it's not going to be hugely expensive. So Sean reckons noodles. That's in that one. So remember, wrong answers only. What do we think is in that silver suitcase? Because if you just imagine what you're picking up in a game, Sean's reckoning noodles. Mark, hello there. Yeah, some nice. Oh yeah, I've just noticed that. It's a huge phone, isn't it? Yeah. There's a song stuck in Mark's head. Well, that's not very good, Mark. Right, guys. So I think not that Mark's now turned up, so we're going to leave. But Mark, you've just turned up at the wrong time because I'm about to leave. So is there anything that you want to quickly look at, Mark? You've got about 40 seconds before I end the poll, and then we will start early afternoon tomorrow for a build, and then we will be focusing heavily on Bricklink Series 10. So as Mark is deciding what is going on, we are going to be covering, where are we? This. There we go. So we're going to be looking at these. Series 10 is the stuff that we've been taking a look at. So whatever happens, we won't know until the 4th of January 2027. And then on the 4th of January of 2027, you get them. So you're looking at July of next year. That's the scary thing. You're looking at about a year and a half away for Series 10. So about we're about a year and a half in excitement. So by that point, sure, you guys will forget what it's all about. But yeah, year and a half ahead for that one. And then Series 11 at the moment, the series palette is live. We will take a look at the Lego Ideas stuff tomorrow because I know that the competition's running, but I don't know if you can see people's designs yet. So that would be pretty cool because obviously that's a serious one. Because whoever wins it, their set will be turned into a giveaway gift with purchase. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. So there we go. So Western and Pirate got that at 32. Winter came in at 26, and Castle Another drew at 21. So big differences across the board on all of that. That is the poll done and done. I'll let you guys and girls say goodbye to each other. Take care all, and I will catch up with you all tomorrow. So yeah, build and tidy early afternoon, and then got to figure out actually, am I going live while they're doing the reveals, or do we go live the second the fifth reveals up? Because we can all watch the stream and use this as a chat, and I can still be talking and whatever. So it's I don't mind. Yeah, it'd be around that. I would imagine it'd be around that. It'd be around that mark, or maybe 2 to half 2, something along those lines. So, but yeah, I've just got to figure out what we're going to do for the second one. What time do we kick it off? Do we kick it off when they start, or do we kick it off? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it all out. Right, guys and girls, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening and get some sleep. As it's now 10:45, and I can't actually see very well. My eyes are stinging like anything at the moment, so I am tired. So I'm going to cry myself to sleep, and I will catch up with you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye, bye.